Good day, I'm the group leader of the group 3 and I am Farida Sabtiri. In this presentation, my research paper about the emergence of physics as a study and its importance in society and analysis. Abstract. This paper analyzes the recent growth in our understanding of physics. In general, in quantum world, in particular focusing on its relevance to our society. Physics touches every aspect of our lives. It involves the study of matter, energy, and their interactions. As such, it is one area of science that cuts across all other subjects. Other sciences are reliant on the concepts and techniques developed through physics, other disciplines, such as chemistry, agriculture, environmental, and biological science. Use the law of physics to better understand the nature of their own studies. Physics focuses on the general nature of the natural world. Generally, through the mathematical analysis, physics is one of the most difficult subjects taught in schools. A number of students are even more daunted with its use of mathematics. And for the content of my presentation, I have to answer the following questions. Letter E, who has have done the work? Letter B, what were their goals and objectives? And letter C, what were their research questions, if any? Letter D, what were their method in terms of, but not limited to? Letter E, what were their findings? Letter F, what were the gaps in the studies or findings? Letter G, what are your takeaway from this paper? So let's start for the first question. Who has have done the work? We have three authors. 1. Dr. Sivaraj Gadigi Gorikar. 2. SST Professor of Physics. And 3. Gout First Grade College Yelvarga.
What were their goals and objectives? Goals. The goals of the scientists and scholars who contribute to the emergence of physics. I study and its importance in society varied depending on the time and context. However, some common goals include: number 1, understanding the nature world. Number 2, developing new technologies. Number 3, advanced scientific knowledge. Number 4, solving practical problems. Overall, the goals of physics have been diverse and have evolved over time as new discoveries were made and new technologies were developed. However, a common thread throughout the history of physics has been a desire to understand the nature, world, and to use that knowledge to make a positive impact on societies. Objectives. This paper instead to study advanced theories in physics in 21st century, in quantum mechanics, great discoveries that have helped social systems.
What were the research questions, if any? They have 4. 1. What were the historical factors that lead to the emergence of physics as a separated field of study? Number 2. How has physics contributed to our understanding of the natural world and its laws? Number 3. And what ways has physics impact society? And what are some of the practical application of physics and everyday life? Number 4, how has the study of physics evolved over time, and what are some of the major breakthroughs and discoveries that have been made in this field? So, let's answer the letter D. What were their methods in terms of but not limited to? Number 1, how have they gathered relevant data? Number 2, how do they form the data set? And number 3, how do they process the data? And let's answer the first questions. Number 1, how have they gathered relevant data? How is the data gathering setup? The setup for gathering data in physics varies depending on the specific experiment or observation being conducted. However, there are some general principles and considerations that apply to most data gathering setups. First, control. Second, measurement. And third, data recording. And fourth, analysis. Control. In order to obtain accurate data, it is important to control the variable that may affect the experiment or observation. This means that scientists must carefully design the setup to ensure that they are measuring only the variable of interest and that other factors are held constant. What are the tools, techniques used in data gathering? The emergence of physics as a study in its importance in society have led to the development of various tools and techniques for data gathering. Some of the common tools and techniques used in physics for data gathering include particle detector, telescope, microscope, and spectrometers.
How do they form the data sets? In physics, data sets are formed by collecting and analyzing data using various tools and techniques. The origins physics as a study in its important in society has led to the development of various methods for forming datasets. Some of the most common methods used in physics for farming datasets include: number 1, experimental data; number 2, observational data; number 3, computer simulation; number 4, mathematical modeling. Once the data is collected, is organized into a dataset. A dataset is a collection of data that has been organized into a structured format. The data can then be analyzed using statistical methods to extra meaningful information inside the datasets can also be used to test hypotheses, develop theories, and make prediction about the physical world of overall the formation of data datasets is a critical step in the scientific process and helps to advise our understanding of
How do they clean and arranging the relevant data? In physics, cleaning and arranging relevant data is a critical step in the data analyzing process. This involves removing any error or inconsistencies in the data and organizing it into a format that is suitable for analysis. The following are some common steps involved in cleaning and arranging relevant data in physics. Number 1, data validation. Number 2, data transformation. And number 3, data aggregation. How do they process the data? In physics, processing data involves analyzing and interpreting the collected data using various techniques and tools. The following are some common steps involved in processing data in physics. Number 1, data analyzing. Number 2, data visualization. Number 3, data modeling. Number 4, data interpretation. And number 5, data validation. By processing data in this way, scientists can gain insight into the behavior of the physical world. They develop theories and models that can us help better understand the universe. For the letter E question, what were their findings? I want to also answer all the research questions. Number 1, what were the historical factors that lead to the emergence of physics as a separated field of study? Number 2, in what ways have physics impact society? What are some of the practical applications of physics in everyday life? And number 3, how has physics contributed to our understanding of the natural world and its law? And number 4, how has the study of physics evolved over time and what are some of the major breakthroughs and discoveries that have been made in this field? So let's answer the first question. What were the historical factors that lead to the emergence of physics as a separated field of study? The emergence of physics as a separated field of study can be distributed to several historical factors. The ancient Greek were some of the first people to develop a systematic approach to understanding the natural world. They believed the universe was governed by mathematical laws, and they sought to understand the principles that governed the behavior of objects and motion. This led to the development of early concepts of physics such as Aristotle's ideas about motion and the elements. Let's answer the question number 2. In what ways physics impacts society and what are some of the practical applications of physics and energy in everyday life? Now, physics has had a significant impact on society, both in terms of shaping our understanding of the natural world and practical applications what have improved our daily lives. Some of the ways physics has impacted society. Energy production. Physics has contributed to the development of energy technologies that are essential for our daily life, such as electricity, generation, fuel cells, batteries, and renewable energy sources like solar and wind. These technologies have helped to reduce our dependence on fossil fuels and mitigate the negative impact of climate change. The question number 3 is, how has physics contributed to our understanding of the natural world and its law? Physics has contributed significant to our understanding of the natural world and its laws in several ways, describing the behavior of matter and energy. Physics has helped in understanding the behavior of matter and energy, how they interact with each other. This has led to important discoveries such as the laws of thermodynamics, which describe how energy is transferred and transported. And for the conclusion, advance in the field of physics and related field of nanotechnoscience have made it possible to develop nanomaterials and nanodevices that are already being used in a variety of settings. It is, for example, possible to detect and locate cancerous tumors in the body using a solution of 35 nm nanoparticles of gold. As carcinogenic cells passes a protein that react to the antibodies that adhere to these nanoparticles, making it possible to locate malignant cells. In fact, medicines is a particularly appropriate field for nanotechnoscience, and this has given rise to nanomedicine. For the question letter E, what were the gaps in their studies or findings? While physics has made significant progress in understanding the natural world and has led to many technological advancements that have improved our lives, there are still gaps in our understanding of the universe. Some of these gaps include dark matter and dark energy, quantum gravity, the nature of time, and the last, theoretical physics and experimental. For the last question, letter G, what are your takeaway from this paper? My takeaway from this paper is that the emergence of physics as a study has been instrumental in advancing our understanding of the physical world. The tools and techniques used in physics for data gathering, cleaning, and arranging relevant data and processing data have led to significant findings that have greatly impacted society. These findings include the laws of motion and gravity, the theory of relativity, the discovery of subatomic particles, quantum mechanics, and the Big Bang theory. The importance of physics is society cannot be overstated as it has led to the development of new technologies and has helped to answer some of the most fundamental questions about the universe. I think this is the end of Group 3 video presentation about the emergence of physics as a study and its importance in society and analysis. And thank you